What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another mock draft video. Today, we're going to be mocking from the 104 in a 10-man league. Full transparency, guys. This is my favorite pick. I absolutely love this pick. I think the top four guys are in a tier of their own. Everybody else kind of falls in behind. So we're getting one of those top four guys. And then at the turn, we're going to get one of the better players available in the second round. The ideal strategy, at least in my mind right now, is zero RB. But if you guys are new, or if you're not new here, you know that we can pivot away from zero RB in a 10-man if we go into the draft with that strategy. Without further ado, let's get this going. If you guys are new, be sure to subscribe. Again, we have this fantasy spreadsheet for you completely for free. Check the description to check it out. And the fourth overall pick, we go Jamar Chase. So one of those four guys is always going to be there for you. Austin Eckler going first is a little weird, but it doesn't make a huge difference because we would have either had Jefferson, Chase, McCaffrey, or Kupp right there for us at the fourth overall pick. Did not matter. Now we get our second round pick, another receiver. Again, Devontae Adams. I've seen A.J. Brown fall. I've seen Garrett Wilson fall. Amon-Ra St. Brown is there. The receivers you have here are going to be really good. So even after I pick here, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jalen Waddle are still on the board. Now, the third round here is really tough. What I like to do a lot is go Mark Andrews. I think it fits in with the zero RB strategy really, really well. I think he has a lot of target volume in Baltimore, but Tony Pollard here to me is the best player on the board. And again, in these types of drafts, you can almost pivot away from your true zero RB strategy. And we're going to see the players who are on the board here. They're not bad. We're going to get some good value with this fourth round pick here. So again, we can go quarterback. Not going to reach for a quarterback, at least this early. It would be cool to have the Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow stack, but we're not going to reach for one this early. But now we have guys on the board like Calvin Ridley or even Debo if we wanted him. We have TJ Hawkins in there. Thinking about what these guys are probably going to take, Hawkinson may go off the board. We could take Hawkinson here, but I'm not going to risk losing a guy like Calvin Ridley in our lineup. Fourth round, Hawkinson goes again. Totally fine. We could take our second running back here. I love Joe Mixon. But Justin Fields is on the board. So what we could do is take Fields here. We can think about some of the running backs who are going to be available for us, right? We go to this spreadsheet. We go to the pick charts. We're picking fourth in a 10-man league. We're going to have 44 and 57. Thinking about some of the guys who are available at 57. We have a couple running backs available there. So I think Fields is the play here. I think Joe Mixon's a very good player. But I think taking Fields as our quarterback is a very good idea. And then we don't have to worry about quarterback for the rest of the draft. This 6th and 7th round, we can go with running back, tight end. Again, this is a very fluid strategy from the 4th overall pick. Looking at the running backs who are available. Pitts is on the board. Tight ends. Waller is still on the board. One more tight end is going to go here. So I think we can wait for tight end. I'm going to take the best running back in Alexander Madison as our RB2. And then we're going to wait for a tight end who I hope is Darren Waller. Pitts goes. Okay, good. We're going to get Darren Waller. Perfect. So this is how our starting lineup goes. Fields, Pollard, Madison, Chase Adams, Waller at tight end, and Ridley at flex. And now we can build our bench from essentially a zero RB strategy. We went Pollard in the third round, but we could build our bench from this zero RB type strategy. David Montgomery as our RB3, one of the best value picks in fantasy football. And now we're 3-3 in terms of receiver and running back, so we can really go either position here. Looking at some of the guys who are on the board, it'd be hard to pass up on Pickens here. So I'm going to go George Pickens as our fourth receiver. In the 10th round, again, we're 4 receiver, 3 running back right now. We really don't have to worry about a quarterback. We can take a backup quarterback in the 13th, 14th round. Looking at the guys who are on the board here, we could get our backup tight end here. I'm going to wait one more round before I confidently take one, especially looking at some of the running backs who are on the board. I'm going to take Rashad Penny here. And in the 11th round, again, we're 4-4 now. Looking at some of the running backs who are available, I think we got to go running back again. Looking at the other guys who are on the board, I think Schultz could be a tight end sleeper for us, but I have enough trust in Waller that I don't feel like I need to reach for one. I'd rather build up the depth at running back on my bench. So we'll go Khalil Herbert with our 11th round pick. Now, 12th round pick coming back around. We need another receiver. We need a backup tight end, and we need a backup quarterback. I would have loved that Jameson Williams was there. He's not there. Looking at the receivers who are on the board, we have Bateman, Lazard. I'm probably going to wind up waiting. Ooh, I don't even know. This is tough. Looking at which backup quarterbacks. Let's take Geno Smith as our backup quarterback. Just solidify an elite backup quarterback while we need to now. Hindsight, probably should have gone backup tight end. We'll go Dalton Kincaid now at our backup tight end, so we don't have to worry about it. But probably should have gone backup tight end before backup quarterback because we're more worried about our starting tight end than our starting quarterback. Right? We took Waller in the 7th round. We took Fields in the 5th. Fields, elite fantasy quarterback. Waller has the upside to be an elite fantasy tight end, but not confidently an elite fantasy tight end. And now we can look at Nico Collins as a receiver. We can look at Zay Jones. I'm going to go Nico Collins here. Again, I think that's more of an upside-oriented pick. But when you have Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Calvin Ridley, and then your 4th receiver, George Pickens, again, a solid guy as your 4th receiver, you can afford to do that. Looking at receiver or defenses, we can go Niners. I mean, Cowboys, Bills, Niners, and Eagles are the 4 elite defenses in these drafts. So those being available are good for us. And that's what happens when you have a top 4 pick, generally speaking. The defenses are there. Now we take a kicker, Jake Elliott, and a high-powered offense. And this is how we finish the draft. So first overall or first round pick, Jamar Chase. 2nd round, Devontae Adams. 3rd round, Tony Pollard. 4th round, Calvin Ridley. 5th round, Justin Fields. 6th round, Alexander Mattison. 7th round, Darren Waller. Looking back on the starting picks, would I have done anything differently? I think the first 2 picks here are good. Maybe I could have gone Cup over Chase, but I think the first 2 picks there are good. 3rd round, I mean, Mondre. I think Pollard's the best out of all those guys, especially the guys who are going after. If I had taken Mark Andrews, let's say I took Mark Andrews here, the round I would have picked my tight end and I would have needed a running back 2 and I would have had Cam Akers. So it becomes, would you rather have Cam Akers and Mark Andrews or Tony Pollard and Darren Waller? To be honest with you, I'd probably rather have Tony Pollard and Darren Waller, so I think we did good there. Montgomery as our RB3, Pickens receiver 4, Penny running back 4, Herbert running back 5, Collins receiver 5, Smith, Kincaid as our backups. Good defense, good kicker. I think this is a pretty good draft. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, probably like a 7-1. I think it was pretty good. But I do like this 0 RB hybrid. And if you guys have watched any of the other 10-man mocks, they're all on the playlist for you. You'll know these 3rd round running backs. I picked one here. I think I picked one like the 9th overall pick or the 10th overall pick, somewhere around the back end. I like them a lot. I think there's good value there. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you're new again, subscribe and click the link in my bio or the description to get this full fantasy spreadsheet completely free. I'm here to help you guys win your leagues. I appreciate you guys watching this video. God bless.